Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Talks. Today we are going to discuss on the subject of AI agents. So a question which comes up with everyone's mind, that do you need AI agents for every business scenario? Or we can think of that, what are the critical business scenarios for which you must have a need for AI agent? So in this session, we are trying to identify, or I will try to explain with some examples, that which scenario we can complete with AI agent, where AI agent is necessary and where AI agent is optional. Whether you will use an AI agent or not, that's up to you. So let's start with a very basic example. So let's say within your ERP system, within your accounting system, you have overdue invoices. I think every business nowadays has this kind of scenario. So they have overdue invoices and they want to identify that which invoices are at high risk. That means where there are chances of not getting the payment. So identification of these overdue invoices can be based on certain factors. And once the factors are known and you are able to identify it, then you can pinpoint and then you can take proactive action. So let's imagine that you need this kind of workflow, and how can you achieve that? Can it be achieved only through AI agent, or it can be achieved through a normal AI workflow, AI enabled workflow? So obviously having AI agent has its certain advantages, because it can analyze data across multiple subjects, right? Across multiple decision-making models, and it can then take the necessary action. On the other hand, AI agents comes up with complexity and cost. So it solely depends whether the business scenario for which we are planning AI agent has that kind of complexity or criticality, and whether you are willing to invest that much cost. Because AI agent will consume a lot of AI tokens. Whether you are using OpenAI or you are using any other AI model, it can be Gemini, it can be Opus, whatever the OpenAI model that you are, AI model, LLM model that you are using, it will consume AI tokens. So here we need to understand that something which is factor based, and you know the factors. So for an example, I know that if an overdue invoice is more than 90 days old, if that overdue invoice is overdue since, like, 90 days is one factor. Another factor is that customer has multiple overdue invoices open, and that customer has always, like, within last 1 year, it has a tendency of late payments, right? So if you identify certain factors and only based on these factors, then you can use an AI node, just an AI node, and then you can design a workflow around it and it can work fine. It will be treated as an AI enabled workflow. You can design an AI agent for sure, which can analyze the overdue invoices, but as I mentioned, it depends on whether you have that kind of critical and complex business process involved, right? So AI agent, you can use it when it needs to process a large volume of data. That is the first factor. So let's say I want to analyze all the overdue invoices of 1 year, and I have 10,000 customers. So I know that every customer will have at least 2-3 overdue invoices. So that means I need to analyze 20,000, 30,000 overdue invoices. So which is a large volume of data. Second is, you have multiple number of factors, not only 2-3, it can be 10, it can be 15. So an invoice can be of high risk based on timeline, based on customer's payment pattern, based on whether the invoice is due from, let's say, due date is from certain days. So the invoice creation date, invoice due date, customer payment pattern. Based on these are the three factors, there can be 10 more factors. So if you have a large data set and you have very complex decision making factor, and based on certain pattern and behavior, you want to choose a portion of the workflow to be executed. If that is the requirement, then the AI agent is the answer. You need to use AI agent because you have that kind of complexity. But if you have simple factors, decision making, yes, no, true, false, and that is sufficient, an AI node can solve your problem. AI node can be used to analyze a small subset of data. So let's say 2 MB or 3 MB of data, not more than that. So then AI enabled workflow can be, a better solution because it consumes much less number of AI tokens. It has less complexity, less cost. And when you are thinking that in future, whenever you need to make changes, you want to do it yourself, then AI enabled workflow is much easier to continuously, you can make changes, you can change factors, you can do it by yourself, which may not be true when you are using an AI agent. If you do not have that kind of capability, that kind of skill, it is difficult for you to make changes by yourself. You need to rely on a developer or let's say a consultant who can understand and then make changes within your agent before moving it into production, started working in production again. So I think these are the primary factors where as a merchant, you need to decide for which processes you can work or you absolutely need AI agent, and you can select that. And which processes that you can take decision based on few factors, and you are analyzing a data set or number of documents for which human analysis is possible, right? So in those cases, you can use AI enabled workflows where an AI node within your workflow, it can analyze those kind of detail and it can take action based on that. And those actions can happen through decision node. That means true, false. So if something is true, then AI will take a decision. If no, then it will take another decision or execute another part of the workflow. So I think these are the ways you can decide where to use AI agents. And my suggestion is use AI agents wisely so that you can get maximum, business benefit, maximum productivity at lower cost. So balance out AI agent, that means agentic workflows and AI enabled workflows within your business process to get the maximum productivity. So that's all that I'd like to share for today. Thanks for watching.